American politics was thrown into complete chaos, perhaps permanently, about 3 hours ago, when a grand jury in Manhattan, one of the most liberal cities in America, a place where 80% voted for Joe Biden in the last election, decided to indict Biden's political opponent in the upcoming election, the Republican frontrunner, a man who leads by 30 points in polls, Donald Trump.
Yes, you've probably heard the news by now, but Donald Trump has been criminally indicted by a Manhattan jury and is facing arraignment tomorrow, April 4th, where he will be allegedly arrested, fingerprinted, and handcuffed. Now, there's still a lot that we don't know since the indictment was filed under seal, meaning it hasn't been publicly disclosed. But the speculation is that it pertains to the hush money payments made to Stormy Daniels, which violated campaign finance disclosures shortly before the 2016 election.
Now, we don't know at this hour what the indictment says. We don't know specifically what the charges are, but previous news reports suggest they will emanate from an alleged payment 7 years ago, a payment that federal regulators said violated no law, but that Alvin Bragg apparently believes is a crime.
Because it is a crime. And in fact, Trump's personal former attorney, Michael Cohen, already went to prison for 3 years for this exact crime. And there's a lot of confusion around what law specifically the Trump campaign broke, so let me break it down. The Trump campaign violated FECA, the Federal Election Campaign Act, which contains strict guidelines on disclosing financial expenditures, which the Trump campaign broke by exceeding the $2,700 limit on personal contributions and forging a series of illegal hush money payments to Stormy Daniels and writing that off as legal expenses under the campaign. Violating FECA is a criminal felony subject up to a sentence of 4 years in prison, and Donald Trump would be the first ever president of the United States to ever be criminally indicted. And right-wing cucks like Lindsey Graham are going on Fox News and right-wing media to bawl their eyes out at the thought of Donald Trump being held accountable for his actions.
If you got a pile of crap and you chop it up 34 times, it's still a pile of crap. It's duplicitous charging. They're trying to smear the guy. They're trying to take cases that nobody else would take and resurrect them. This is literally legal voodoo. This is political persecution.
Now, there's a lot of questions and speculation around what this criminal indictment will mean for President Trump and his 2024 presidential campaign and what this means for the country going forward. But I find those questions and speculation to be dumb and erroneous because I take a page out of the book of Jon Stewart, where I believe that no one, not even a former president, should be above the law.
But what if it turns out to be his get out of jail free pass? It's his path to, people will see him as a martyr.
Okay.
You're okay with that? He could become president again.
He could become president anyway. Fareed, we either have the rule of law or we have no rule of law. The rule of law does not take into account if that might make you a martyr to somebody. I'd much rather have the conversation be, what is the law? What exactly are we saying that he did? His lawyer went to jail for this same situation for a couple of years. So what is the crime? Is it a crime?
And again, we know Trump broke the law. That's pretty clear at this point. So the question that we should be asking instead is, should our country apply special privileges and a different standard to wealthy elites and politicians for when they break the law compared to everyone else? Or do we apply an equal and fair standard to all American citizens regardless of wealth and status? I think the answer is fairly obvious. Not even billionaires or a former president should be above the law. This is about consequences, not about political persecution and legal voodoo as these right-winger cucks seem to think.
Democrats are branding Trump as a criminal.
It's legally pathetic.
It's clickbait. It is an unbelievable abuse of justice. Pure balderdash.
My heart is broken. I had some tears in my eyes.
Looking a little emotional. I feel the same way.
Now, this criminal indictment will not prevent Trump from running for president in 2024, but I greatly expect that this indictment will greatly impact his chances in the 2024 election, for good or for worse. I'm not sure yet, but I think it will definitely impact it. So what do you think? Put your answers in the comments below. Do you think that Trump should be above the law? Or do you think that nobody, not even a former president, should be above the law? My name is Scott Johnson. You can find more of me on The Gaze, my YouTube channel, which is in the description below. below, as well as my TikTok. I have 16,000 followers. You should totally go check it out. And most importantly, do not forget to smash that subscribe button to The Breakdown. You know you want to.